Good morning.
Goeiemôre.
Few small hiccups this morning, but nothing major. So we are live now. So good morning and welcome to another program of 30 Minutes with Jan. This morning we're chatting all about camping, believe it or not. So camping in New Zealand. We have just come back from 90 Mile Beach where we took a group of people out camping down there. Major fun. We had lots of fun. But that was when Mariska decided we should talk to you guys a little bit about camping and what happens when you camp and how to camp and so forth. So our camping guru this morning.
I just found so many people that say camping in New Zealand is not what it was like in South Africa, and they kind of downgrade the camping in New Zealand, and I can never understand why they do that. I think they probably camp at the wrong places. Because I find camping in New Zealand much more luxurious and much more, I don't know, the facilities are just much better than it was in South Africa for me.
I think the facilities that we're talking about is where your ablution blocks are, your kitchens.
Yes.
Kitchens is a new thing that we didn't have in South Africa. You've got the kitchens, you've got the play parks and those type of things for kids. And virtually you can go for any price range in camping. Let's talk about there's some camps that are extremely expensive, but they got hot water swim up bars and I don't know what else. I mean, this is absolutely next level. I haven't seen something like that before anywhere else in my life.
Yeah, you can go from very, very basic to very, very smart.
Very, very basic. I'm talking about a flat piece of ground is not a mark on it and the long drop.
Yeah.
That is your very, very basic. There's even more basic. There's the other one, the one without the long drop.
Yeah. What I find is like the guys that go fishing, camping, or they kind of prefer that kind of campground for some reason. And most of those places, are you allowed to make like a wood fire?
Most of the places allow you to, up to a point, to make a fire. The way that's we normal South Africans do the fire where we just make our meat and those type of things. I'm not talking about a bonfire because that's absolutely ridiculous.
Just to braai.
Just to
that's
braai.
What we're talking about.
That's what the norm is, except if you're up north. Up north doesn't allow fires at all. So if you get a camping ground, we've made an arrangement with the camping ground where we are allowed to make fires. And it's absolutely this small, and you just do your meat on that, and it's good.
But it's okay.
It still brings the people together.
It does. And the thing is, that I know the guys really struggle with this, but you are in New Zealand now. You are not in South Africa anymore. So I think you kind of just have to wrap your head around the fact that maybe you are now only allowed in camping grounds to do a gas braai.
Understand where the culture comes from camping in this country. No, camping in this country specifically. If you think about Kiwis making food, I've seen this a lot of times. They would make a full-on stew tonight and those type of shit, which South Africans, we want to braai. We're not worried about groente and all those other salads and shit. Braai and bread and the braai broodjie and those type of things.
The thing is with New Zealand, and I've seen that at every campground that we go, because there are so many tourists that come from other countries, they really cater for the guys that are there for 2 or 3 nights and then move on to the next place. So, because the most tourists we see, they do like 2-minute noodles, or they just like stir fry vegetables and
a heap of food they make. It's actually
it's very interesting
to see how these guys go about.
And it's so nice if you go sit in the kitchen while people are preparing, or maybe sometimes we've got a caravan, but sometimes I prefer to go and prepare my food in the kitchen. Because then you're just around all these people, and the conversations that you find there is it's so interesting. So, I
want to say something. These travelers and tourists make 10 times better food on the road than any South African I've ever known.
South Africans just get stuck with braai.
But it's because it's our culture.
It's okay,
and it's nice to braai.
But you can do. When we went to the South Island 2 years ago, we didn't braai that much. We really made use of the kitchens, and it was so nice.
But there's also a few problems.
What was the problem?
We had our other friends from the other countries who made very stinky food.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
It smelled like feet. And even the morning thereafter, after the fact that they had the meal the night before, that still smelled like feet.
Yeah.
Especially the one that at Wanaka that we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the camping grounds that we normally choose, we normally go for a top 10 because then you kind of know what you're going to get. It's not all the top 10s are graded the same. I don't know if there's a way that you can find out what grade the specific top 10 is.
That's a good idea. I'll have to find out that out. Just say good morning to Vanita, good morning to everybody. Say good morning.
Good morning. Because we've been to a few that was really, really next level. And then we've been to a few top 10s that's not so great. So I think it's not bad. You can go there. It will be clean, but maybe they don't have
on average it will be good.
Yeah, it will definitely be clean.
But you also get extremely excellent ones.
You get ones that's like a 5-star.
And then sometimes you just get one that you love. It's not
fancy.
Not grand, it's not fancy. You just love the bloody place.
Yes.
So it's just weird. Some of them just stick to you.
Yeah.
So tell us this morning, what are you doing? Caravan, tent, or camper van? Which one of those tickles your fancy? Let's talk about that as well. So
as I said, we do caravan camping in South Africa when the kids were still younger. We used to do tent camping, but we've been there, done that.
Yep.
I think we are now, we deserve to sleep well.
It's good morning to Henty van Zyl, and then good morning to Elise Frey, all the way from South Africa on her way to New Zealand next month. All right.
Oh, yay.
Interesting times. Deserve is more the fact that we are lazy. Let's talk it. The first few years we spent tent camping with teenagers who was on their phones the whole time on Mixit, trying to talk to their friends and being very angry at us because we did not bring Wi-Fi along. That was the very early stages of internet. So for us, for them, for everybody else, it was always a story about there's not enough for Wi-Fi here and so forth.
So look what Bernard is saying. It's classified as classic or superior.
Okay. Thanks, Bernard, for sorting that out for us this morning.
Yeah.
So I would reckon that superior is probably better than classic.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And then maybe tell them the way that you go camping when you go on that fishing trip in March normally, because then you only take like your swag. So how do you do that? Or how does that work? Is it a nice camping ground, or
you mean the one that we go up north?
When you don't take a caravan?
My point is when I do take a caravan is when I know all the other guys are taking caravans, and if we are going to rough it a bit, I just take the swag. It's just 10 times easier. I've got my vehicle set up. It's modular setup, so I can chuck in my car anything that I want to, or I can remove everything. So my car currently standing outside is empty, can be used by 7 people, or when I decide to take my swag. And that will be, I've been in grand top 10s with my swag, but I've also been extremely off-road with my swag, because that's a rough and ready type of thing, and I can just put it up and then have my kitchen out of my car, to say.
Yeah.
Because I would take a small table type of thing and just run from there and make fire, but basically do fire for breakfast.
But that's then evening. If there's not a kitchen available, that's when it's really rural.
Yeah,
Or don't you use the kitchen?
I rarely use the kitchen. I would go into the kitchen early morning to grab boiling water.
Yeah.
And probably just fill my flask. Although it's also nice to start the fire, put the kettle. Although I don't currently have a kettle, but somebody else has always got a kettle.
One thing that New Zealand that was very funny or very weird for me in the beginning, in the kitchens, not only when you go camping, in any kitchen, in a venue, like a hall, even people at work, they have got this hot water thingy.
Yep.
That sits there on the wall,
cooking 24/7,
and it's always hot. It's like an urn, but it is set on the wall.
Yeah, a bit smaller than an urn. I would think about 2 liters.
So there's always hot water. There's no kettles. You don't need a kettle. You just some places has got the hot water in the tap. So you open the tap and it's boiling water. Yes. So that's a funny thing about what in New Zealand. So there's always boiling water available. And then another thing, at some stage in New Zealand, I remember that they took all the utensils and all the pots and pans and stuff they took from the kitchens. They took it out. You couldn't. I wonder if it wasn't around COVID time. I can't remember.
Yeah, they took everything out. Yeah.
But it's all back now because all the places that we've been recently, everything is there. Everything that you may need. They've got, so you don't need to take anything with you. They even have cutlery,
pots,
pans, and then everyone that camps and goes, they leave like the oil and the salt and the spices and the stuff. So there's always something that you can use.
And something else. A lot of these camping grounds, has got like a herbal garden outside, and it's free for anybody. So you can use the whatever grows down there. I wonder some places they don't grow something else to smoke of it.
No, I'm sure they do.
They do. That's good morning to Bernadine, Trevor, and Andre and Bernard saying New Zealand offers our family the opportunity to leave home just before Christmas with our caravan and have no clue where we are going. There are camping spots and the most beautiful spots all over without having to book ahead. Last year we spent 20 nights on the road for $200.
Can you believe that? Can you believe
Trevor Rue has got an idea. He says the evolution of camping is between the ages of 3 and 30 you do tent, up to 45 you do camper trailer, from 45 upwards you do caravan, and from 65 you're too old for anything and then you do a camper van. And normally you've got to watch out for these guys in the camper vans because they just drive like crazy.
Yeah, in New Zealand it looks like when you retire the first thing that you buy is a camper van. And but the thing is, New Zealand just offers this. You can go anywhere, and the older people, they take advantage of it.
The scary parties. My neighbor across the street, I think he's 85. He just bought a camper van. So
scary.
Watch out, guys! Watch out.
I can also say 85 in New Zealand.
It's different 85 than South Africa.
It's like a 70 in New Zealand. The people here are so fit and so. That I don't know, they just carry on and on and on. The older people that we live do much more than we do. I actually feel very
intimidated.
Intimidated.
No, that's intimidated. All right, guys, my thoughts on camper van, caravan, or tent. We did the tent thing. It was nice while it lasted. But doing a tent, you've got to be bending 10,000 up and down. And we decided on a caravan, not a camper van. The reason behind this is we like traveling a lot. So we don't go into a spot and sit there for weeks. We would go to a spot, let's say for 2, 3, 4, 5 days perhaps, and then move on. And we needed our vehicle, the car or the truck that we're currently towing with, and that needs to be free so that we can immediately move off and go somewhere.
Yeah.
And this vehicle has to be multiple use, like we use our currently we've got a Land Cruiser 300. We use that extensively for off-road traveling, what you can't do with a camper van. Point one. A camper van has got something that I would love to have, but I'll get to that now. The nice thing about the caravan as well is you set it up and it's done. You don't need to pack everything away because you've got to close every cupboard before you move a camper van or caravan. Every cupboard has to be closed. Everything that's standing around has to be moved away, packed away. It has to be safe because as the vehicle does this, those things becomes projectiles and they fly all over the place, damaging the inside of these type of things, either the camper van or the caravan. What I like more about a camper van than a caravan is the fact if we had a camper van, we could have taken the boat along.
I know. Now you can only tow one thing.
You can only tow one thing. You're not allowed to tow up to 10 different things like in South Africa. You're only allowed to tow one thing.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest drawback for me is not being able to take a boat with wherever I want to go. But it has got a huge potential of taking my 4x4 and traveling to areas which I've never seen before.
Wouldn't have been able to,
Linda Murray just say, imagine leaving all those utensils here in South Africa, they'll be gone in minutes. I have seen stealing. I have seen, but it's not a common thing.
No, and
normally you can just leave your stuff.
Yeah, you can. I know that there are places that's not that
kosher.
safe to leave your stuff. I know that the people talk, what I've heard now when we were up north, I say that those places you must just lock your stuff and whatever.
But let's be quite frank, our stuff was all over the place. It was open.
No, we were fine, but we were in a very, very, very nice camping ground. I was actually thinking, I said to Jan yesterday, to start like a Facebook page or something for like, what is it?
That's just Bernard saying there's not a camper van big enough to tow my boat.
Oh, okay. where women can review a camping ground, because we look at camps different than men do. We look for different things, especially if you've got children.
I think our needs in the world
it's different. Yeah. It's different.
For men is there water, hopefully hot, so they can shower. Cold water means I have to shower very fast. Hot water means I could stand for about 3 to 5 minutes. Women would stand for 30 minutes in hot water. That's a big difference. That's
it's not true.
That's true. Then men just look at the toilet. Is it basic? Can I sit? Is it clean? Your pants should not hang in anything lying on the ground.
Yeah.
That's about that. Woman wants to know, is the place smelling of daffodils? And that's how you guys go about. Is this? Oh, can I do my hair? Yeah. I mean, we do our hair. Check mine. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah. So, but you can go online if you want to book a campsite, and go online and have a look at the facilities that's available. If you go
and the photos is normally very, very accurate.
And if you go for a top 10, you normally, or a Tasman holiday parks are really nice. I think they're kind of in a different spectrum than
between superior and classic.
And very superior, or I don't know.
Some of them.
So they're very good. And then you get the ones that's not like a franchise. And then you have to be very careful about it. But we've been to places that was just next level.
I've also been to one or two that's privately owned. That let me just say good morning. There you go. That was not the best way handled and best way run. And then I've been to some that's been private that's absolutely a stunner. Just wow. So
we've been in Queenstown. If you are looking for a very, very, very smart camping spot, I think it was it Driftwood or something?
Something like that,
Driftwood.
The one right at the beginning of
it's not a franchise or anything, but it was just next level. Yeah.
I could say something about Top 10. And please, we're not paid by them, or they don't sponsor anything. But if Top 10 is listening, I'm looking for some camping money
spots.
You get a Top 10 card, and this gives you about 10% discount. But it also elevates you in the camp, because you get free Wi-Fi for every day. You get quite a few other things.
It's not expensive to get the card.
No, it's something like $40 for 2 years or something. And then this card also allows you, if you use it, to either get cheaper on the ferry, there's a lot of restaurants that subscribe to this, and you can go with your card there and get discounts and so forth. But then there's something else. It's called NZMCA, New Zealand Motor and Caravan Association.
It's also not expensive to belong to.
It's about, I think, $100 per year about. To give you an idea why we are members of that, I don't use that because I use my Top 10 card when I go to the Top 10. So that gives me the discount down there. The NZMCA I use for other smaller things. There's some caravan shops that gives you discount if you're an NZMCA member. If you go to the ferries in New Zealand is extremely expensive, especially the one between Picton and Wellington. You basically get about a 50% discount.
If you belong to them. That's a lot.
It went down from touching 8. We're going on December. We're going over to Christchurch to see my son, and we're going to have a 4x4 get together there on the 26th of December. I know it's a weird day, but anyway, that's the day that we can put in there. We're also going to do a trip or two while we are down there. But the ferry went from very near to $800 for 4 people down to $400 and odd dollars.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And the savings immediately repays whatever I had on
what the NZMCA is all about is
It's all about this.
What is
When
that?
you see another NZMCA caravan coming from the front, you do this. it's just one of those. It's just that one of those things. You see, there comes NZMCA
Everyone
caravan.
is afraid.
There comes one. What?
Oh, it's like your own business, your private club, your
own private gang.
Yeah.
So,
but everywhere in New Zealand, where you drive, you'll see that there's I can't say the name. What is it?
NZMCA.
I always want to put YMCA.
It's like YMCA. It's just a New Zealand version of YMCA.
Yeah. So that means that when you belong to that club, you can then stay over for like, sometimes it's $4 or sometimes it's like $10 or whatever.
God.
And they don't, oh my word, Jan, you letting climb.
My cat is crazy this morning.
You're allowed to use there's not facilities. It's only the grounds that you can use. So you have to be fully self-contained. And they mostly have like a dumping station.
Yeah. They are upgrading these grounds. I gotta say, all over they've made a lot of money last year. Well, they've got something like $1.5 or $2 million available to them.
Oh, okay.
And they are now upgrading most of the places with dumping sites and so forth.
Yeah.
So, but it's something like $8 a night.
Yeah, it's not expensive. And most of the people that has camper vans use that because you can travel, like Bernard said, you can travel for
cheap.
Biggest part of the year for so cheap. And everywhere there will be dumping stations. There will be places where you can fill up your tanks with water. You just have to be self-contained. And then you can travel for very, very cheap.
Yeah, it's sometimes is a problem with some of their stations because they would take what can I say, a car parking lot, car parking lot, and that will at night turn out into NZMCA.
No, that's just
overnight. But that's only for overnight. So you only got this for overnight. That's an NZMCA station. So you go at, I think it's after 6, you can go in there, park. There's one in Greerton. At the back of the RSA, there's a piece of tar there. And it's nice for those people who just travel and come late tonight, park quickly there, sleep for the night, tomorrow morning by 8, you're gone.
But isn't that, does it belong to the NZMCA?
As far as I've heard, it's part of NZMCA. Remember, most NZMCA grounds is privately owned. You just allow people from NZMCA to be there. I know they buy a lot of land as well. But there's quite a few. For the Wellington Ferry, that is a piece of tar.
I know, but you get that everywhere. But wat noem hulle dit hier? Hulle noem dit iets anders.
No, but the NZMCA for the Wellington Ferry, that is solid tar. There's no ablutions, there's no dumping stations, nothing. Because they know people arrive there, let's say 6 o'clock tonight and want to leave at the 11 o'clock ferry, because the NZMCA ferries that travel, the best times to travel is during the late night one. That's more cheap than during the day. So that's just one of those little things. So
but what do they call? Wat noem hulle hierdie waar jy net kan stop?
I don't know. Oh, freedom camping.
Freedom camping.
She's talking about freedom camping. Yeah, freedom camping is a total different thing. Bernard saying that it's called park over property. That's it. Pops. Yeah.
Private people.
Private people, and NZMCA has also got pops. So the freedom camping is a total different beast because point 1, it's regulated. Point 2, there's not a lot of them. And point 3, if you're in, you're in. So if you're in a camper van, you're stuck. Because the second you leave, somebody else will come take your place, and you don't have a place coming back. You can't keep place putting your.
But that's nice for travelers that just rent a camper van and they don't know where they're going. So then wherever you end up, when you see a freedom camping spot, you just have to be fully self-contained, and then you can just use that spot. It doesn't cost you anything; it's for free.
I saw something last night.
What?
Okay. This will make most campers like me, who was afraid to do a number 2 in their own toilet.
Oh, what did you see?
This is a whole new machine. Okay. This machine has been working. They're testing this. It's running like crazy.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
You take your toilet cassette like this.
Oh, yeah.
You take it. You press the button, you put $5 in,
Yeah.
it opens up. You push your whole toilet cassette in there. It closes down.
Yes.
You don't know what happens in there.
Yes.
It opens up. It's empty and clean. $5. It's worth it.
But you probably don't get that everywhere.
No, they're still busy with this now. I don't know if it has even reached New Zealand yet, but they've been testing this and it's been working. So I think very soon this will start running out all over.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes way more sense because
Yeah.
I'm
Because
also,
I know you probably don't want to hear this, but we don't do number 2s in the caravan.
you don't do number 2s in the caravan. I mean,
He has to clean the cassette, so we don't.
it's my job. So yeah, somebody's got to do that. She
Yeah.
makes the food and I make the clean. So yeah.
Oh, and another thing, many camping spots where you can, like caravan sites, has got their own power and their own water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember this park over properties, like Bernard said, and your normal NZMCA site normally doesn't have running water. They are starting to get this in order, or electricity.
Yeah.
So we've got a caravan. We upgraded our caravan now to what they call a 48 volt or something like that. It's got solar panels on the roof and heaps of batteries. It's got 480 amp hour batteries in there. So that can, if we can do a number 2, we can do a park over property.
Yes. So, but most of the places that we've been you've got your own power and your own water at your stand, which is really nice. Some of them even have like an outlet where you can, for your grey water.
Oh yeah, some on the stands has got grey water outlets.
So yeah, that is.
But otherwise,
really nice.
your grey water and your toilet cassette empty places aren't that very far from your caravan stand normally. So it's a bit of a problem if you are in the tanks like us. We've got onboard tanks over in our caravan. So your grey water is not on a rollaway type of what do you call it? Rollaway type of cassette. It's in a tank. So yeah, you sometimes just have to let it go somewhere. But you make a plan. South Africans will make a plan. So yeah.
Yeah. What else is there?
We've got 3 minutes to tell people how nice camping is.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We do stay in hotels from time to time if the need be. You can't always go camping. There's some areas if I need to go for functions and those type of things, I need to dress up and need to be space in the city and so forth. Although we've got the space in the caravan, but just staying in the caravan there for a day and staying it all the way back, it's just not going to do that. Yeah. So.
But I just want to say, for the people that have told me that camping in New Zealand is crap and not as good as South Africa, I think you're camping at the wrong places. Maybe just do a little bit of homework before you book your camp. And if you go to a Tasman or you go to a top 10, then you really can't go wrong. Maybe it is, and it's not expensive.
No.
Normally it's between like 56 and
for 2 people now.
Yeah, 56 for
$50 to $60 a night for 2 people,
which is really not
and
expensive.
And that's for one with an electricity outlet.
Yeah. You get the ones that's more expensive. I know the top 10 in Orope is really expensive. I don't know what the reason for that is, but I suppose they're all privately owned. So
that's also just grass and electricity. So
The
other thing is, it's December now, or very soon. If you want to go to somewhere where there's other people going, I would suggest making appointments or bookings now, if you still can get. The more famous ones will probably be already full. Some of these famous ones have been full for the whole year already.
Yeah.
They get booked up from the previous December already for the next December.
But sometimes you'll be surprised at the smaller ones and how good they actually are, because people don't know about them.
And just because you call one and they've got no space for you, doesn't mean the next one will also not have space. There's let's talk Hahai. Hahai's been full for a year already. But next to this Cook's Beach, lovely little campsite. Lovely. I've been there quite a few times out of season. I don't know in season. It's small, so It could probably look very busy, but that's just those that they are. So
I think Hawaii is popular because it's got its own restaurant on site.
and it's part of the beach,
Oh,
and
it's
they
beautiful.
just roll out
It's
of bed
lovely.
onto the waves. And so yeah,
Yeah.
it's very pretty. And there's quite a few of them that's very pretty, and even ones that are not next to the ocean have been good to us. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's some of the lakes and so forth that's got beautiful campsites. I'm thinking top 10, Lake Waikaremoana, those places.
Yeah, it's
Lovely,
beautiful.
lovely
It's not 10,
campsites.
not
Yeah.
top 10, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
just do your homework
And
before you book.
and go camping, guys. All right, that's us. Next Thursday, same place. We will be
Probably
here. Yeah,
same
we will be here.
place.
All right. Thanks, Ace. See you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.